Why, hello there to everybody. Welcome to 2026, the first show of the year. What is this, episode 69? Okay, so thanks everybody again. For those of you that were watching the photos, for those of you that didn't, watch it later. Great set of photos we had this year, or to close out 2025. And yeah, let me close out the other show. Make sure something doesn't start on me in the middle. Hey, so let's go around the check. How's everything going? Um, we don't have any trains to see for a while here, but yeah. Thanks again. Thanks everybody. We got 14 people here. So says the little icon up there. Let's go over and see. Rocky is a bit lonely at the moment. Hey, Rocky. He's waiting on the newly expanded second level. And we have a surprise. There is the turnaround on the third level. The third level. So one can now go between all three levels, even if there isn't that much track. So we'll go back to the main scene here. And let's go around and see who we have here. I think Dats was the first one in. It's so early in the morning, about 5 hours ago, 4:25 in the morning. I don't know what day. I guess that was today. Liz, Windsor Valley Railroad, and Pete Motley is here. Thanks, Pete, for joining. Kevin Brown, howdy to you, sir. Hot dog pilot Andy, thanks for being there. Brother Dan in Ohio, and my good friend, the other Andy, Andy of Montrose Highland Railroad, is there. Steve 87. Hey, welcome, sir. Hope you're getting things back in order up north. You guys got more of a squall than we got down here. So hoping you're getting things put back together. Maybe you'll see you at the Great American Train Show in Ridgefield. Maybe in a week. Is it next weekend? It may be next weekend. I think it's the 10th and the 11th of January. Great American Train Show comes to Washington, Southern Washington. If I look over off the camera, it's to see where the train is right now. And let's see, continuing on, Dwight to Curly Express. What happened to the other video in all the pictures? Oh, I don't know. I guess you have to go watch. Are you saying there was a problem? Let's see. Pete, I think we've got everybody who's been talking here. I'm still reading, catching up. Okay, I'm caught up. Klondike, thanks for joining us on this first show of 2026. My gosh, 2026. I can't believe it. Yes, Andy. There was a guy with snowy trains, and there was another guy. I don't see him. Did JP sneak in? I did not see him here today. But Beaumont Hills subdivision was there as well. yeah, if you can, reach out to me. Great Northern JJ at gmail.com, I think. Yeah, I think so. I know so. Photos are always good. Of course, we were. I forgot to post. It was always like the last thing. It's like, oh, am I going to post? And I forgot. But there you go. Let's see. Let's go around and check the cameras again. Rocky says, I'm still waiting for a train to come back. Well, this layout is got up to 3 levels now. There he is. JP, welcome to the show. RR Nuts. Is that something they sell at convenience store counters? RR Nuts. All right, let's take that off of there. Okay, so what do we got going on? Like I just hinted to people, I should have put a sign up, but there is the 3rd level has a return loop on it. Having problems to install one gate, and someone told me it's a 5-minute job. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where is the train? Moving over to the side. Where is it? Oh, she's coming on the 1st level. It's going to pass right in front of me soon. Yeah. Let's see if I can put another camera view up here. MacBook Pro. No, won't be able to do that. I could probably set up another scene over here. But let's see. Is that Southern Pacific is coming right past me? I'm not really. I'm cheating a bit. I don't have any track plans run up, but I kind of have an idea what I'm going to do. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to set up a new scene here before this train gets away here. But we'll see if I can do it. Video capture device. Uh, Make a new one. We'll call this iPhone. Name is already in use. Okay, add existing. Oh, what? Uh, Create new one. iPhone camera. iPhone cam is good. Device is John's iPhone camera. Okay, I got it. I got it. Let's go on a little ride here. I can't see what I'm showing here. But yeah, there's that Southern Pacific going past another train here. See if we can wait for it to get through here. And past the cable going over to the other camera. And we're waiting. We can see these two, I think, alligators sitting here waiting to go over to either the Montrose and Highland or the Pensetta. There we go. There we go. So, okay, we're going to go on more shaky cam right now. And first, yeah, let's see, we're going past out of the staging yard. Sorry, there's no lights up in this area yet. I have to reconnect them. Also going to show you a car that I picked up, but I'm unable to include on this train set here because it just is got body mounted couplers, and all the Kato ones are all not body mounted. The other thing you might notice is as I go up this grade, there's something going on with my PAs here. They slow down even more than they should be to go up the grade. So we're going to take a look, one last look over here, and here is the second level going, where the track is coming along the wall. That's going to all be replaced with flex track and or other ones, and then we can shoot all the way down to see Rocky down there. So as we swing back around, we've got the train struggling to go up the helix. It shouldn't be struggling, but there's something I'm gonna have to reset these and do something, because this should not be happening. But okay, so we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh turn, and we get all the way up to the top of the mountain, and we turn around this janky little setup right now, just clamped together. All right, so we're going to go back because it's going to take a while. Might give it some more juice. And oh, I got to get back on my chair here. And then I'll catch up on the chat, where some people probably told me a bunch of things like the camera's wrong, or we can't see your. Oh, look at these guys. This is the Christmas train here that I didn't take pictures of. And we're back. Oh, double. Okay. Let's switch back to the main scene. All right. Well, we'll see. That third level is going to we're going to see what happens there. We're going to take that camera off of there. Yeah, so that's the camera view of that third level. And let me see, what have we done? What did I miss? Let's see. Caught up drone cam yet? It would be. Yeah, the SP. Yeah, this SP is nice. I wish I didn't want to put Steam on it. It's struggling now. There is one unit that's just dead or something. No, it's not a track cleaning car behind the thing. That is just my express box car that I include, that seems to make sure that it tried to make sure that the transition from the Kato PA body mount couplers to the frame wheel mounted truck mounted couplers doesn't cause a derailment. That seems to help. I do have something going on over there. Let's see. Man, I don't want to stop it. It's still going up. It's still going up, but ever so slowly. There's just something wrong. These three Katos usually just pull just fine up there, so they are doing something. Probably need a decoder complete reset and redo. So, okay, enough of that. Let's look on. Du- 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 du. Yeah, I saw that. I think it's silly when those artists are illegally painting on property that they don't possess. But I suppose it is their intellectual property, even if they broke the law to display it. Will wonders never cease. Yeah. Our friends over at imrro.com posted that in the channel. Hey, getting back on track. Where's he at? Where's he at? I saw him. Here we go. There we go. Uh, Gay, thanks for being here. Steve, thanks for watching. Yep, another Steve. Steve's and John's everywhere. Hey, and Wesley made it over here. Thanks for joining, Wesley. And I'm gonna go and move to the side here to see where the camera is. Train is slowly going up. Oh man, I don't want to intervene. I don't want to intervene. Maybe someday it'll be on the second level. Okay, still struggling. And it shouldn't be, but you know, I saw that a little bit last night, and here we are. That's what I'm going to run. I did have 3 trains running last night. It was impressive. We had 3 trains. We had the Santa Fe, this Burlington Northerns pulling the Christmas train, and we had the Daylight with the PAs on it running. And let's see. Oh yeah, she's still struggling. I'll give it some more juice. I don't think it's going to help any, except whenever one of them that's slowed way down speeds up again, it's just going to go zipping right along. So some debugging to figure out. As you know, on the show, on the live show, there's always something. There's always something that's happening that's not going as planned. I do have to say that somehow it's still pulling. I hope we're not overheating it. Speaking of overheating, Ken Patterson finally did post his backlog of shows, and he got the December 13th show, and its title and 20 minutes later, it all burned down, or something like that. So, yeah, go and watch his show, the last show of that configuration of his layout. He's cleaning up, and maybe the end of an era for Ken. He may be getting rid of the pink foam. So yeah, just a lesson learned that you probably don't want to leave exposed pink foam anywhere. Yeah, so I'm not sure that was the total cause there, but uh, nobody was injured. Hopefully, they didn't experience any difficulties from the toxic smoke. Yeah, the odd smell. It did not smell like fireplace smoke. That's what he said. So anyway, a lesson learned. In fact, it wasn't the foam that caused the fire. It was There was I think a compressor motor that seized up, or a vent motor that he had running that seized, that's been running for probably off and on all the time off of his paint booth. And yeah, that seized up, and that caused sparks and heat and flame. And then yeah, there you go. Um, well, amazingly enough, he's already back down in the basement cleaning up. So I'm not sure. There are companies that you can hire to fix these things. And some other people posted about some kind of ozone generators, things like that. Yes, and I should bring up my second extinguisher. I have an extinguisher right under the layout here, but of course this is limited. And guess what? The train has ceased to move. So bear with me. It is stuck over here. In need of some maintenance. I think what's going on is that last PA is the troublemaker. So, um, bear with me off camera for a bit more. I am going to attempt to do surgery on the training consist here. And no, that did not help us at all. It is the front. It's the front PA that's not pulling its weight. So we're going to run in a really weird configuration here. We're going to run headless. Dummies in front. Dummies in front. Let's see what happens there. And you little bad boy. 6007. You're not pulling your weight. All right, I'm back over here. We're going to put up the second level. And we're going to see this strange configuration as it comes rolling past. Yeah, apparently. So there we go. There's your odd configuration. Dummy in front. Probably looking through that little round window with the radio. All because I wasn't going to take the time to well, hold on here. Now that it's just onto the reversing loop and I heard it clack. And of course we've lost control of it. It's a runaway. It's a runaway. There we go. Okay, we got it stopped. Bear with me. I'm going to run over to here. I'm going to switch the direction. I'm actually going to go onto my little controller here on my consist, view the current one, and switch to 3 is going to be the cab now. And what are we going to do? Also, we're going to go back to the consist, view the current one, and 6007. We're going to select and remove it. Did that work? This is not doing much. To select, remove this member. Okay, there we go. There we go. And we just need to do a little bit of changes here. You can see me all the way down at the other end. I just want to run in reverse order now. You're back. Reality is restored. I think we have enough juice to make it up the mountain with just these two. But we'll see. Okay. Hey. Okay. It's actually moving pretty fast at speed step 30. And I'm back over at the main camera. Yeah, so sorry for the little side trip there. It's not the poor DCC signal. It's actually going to be, well, it could be that, but most likely it's some shorts. The other thing it could be is that I'll tell you what, this Wi-Fi, this TCS throttle, this is the one that loses control. But I will what will exacerbate it is short circuits. So when you pass over, if you didn't see the DCC guy talk about this in his show, that one thing that can cause this stuff is auto reversers. And if you have frog juicers or any place that's depending on even a fast short circuit changeover can actually kick you, can cause trouble for your decoders. All the things, any of those things could be a cause, including what JP said about basically not terminating the end. So in this particular case, this is TCS does not interact with Digitrax consisting. This is doing it. Yeah, I believe that it's actually sending that to, it's either keeping it on the system. I need to read the manual, or yep. Shorts can do all kinds of stuff. But remember that auto reversers are depending on the short. So you get them all the time. And I have a number of auto reversers on my layout. I have this train right here as it goes up the levels. Each level, it will go through at least one auto reverser. And actually in the second level, it will go through, make its way through two auto reversers just going through there. So just running from the staging yard all the way up to the third level and back, they will have gone through four auto reversers. And why is that? Well, most of the issue there is you got to turn around and come back. So even if you were going to use a single track mainline, which would complicate things if you wanted to have continuous running and not pay attention, too much attention. So yeah, we're going to switch over to the third level, and you can see there she is, barely making it fit. So an 8-foot train can fit on all of my auto reversers. And so there you go. Now she's going to make that down that slightly more than 2% grade, down 7 turns through the oval helix. So I'm going to transition back to the main view. And that's a drop of about, let me get my yardstick out and tell you uh, how far of a drop that is. So this is just back down to this level here. But it's a good 25, 26-inch drop. And then the level that it drops to, drops another, I think, about 2 inches. So 28 inches. So, yeah. In fact, the third level will be slightly higher than that. We're going to come up a grade. I do not know. An original Zephyr. Well, it depends on the consist. This is actually more than one Zephyr. Right? There's the California Zephyr, and then keep your bus wire less than 25 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's that JP, that rule's too general. There's the bus wire. There's also the Digitrax wires, but the bus wire, it depends on your gauge and a bunch of other things, like if it's not a continuous piece, so it might be going from terminal block to terminal block. It could be a number of things. Oh, I see. Zephyr. You're talking about the Digitrax Zephyr. Yeah. So to be honest, I think it really depends not just on the feet, but it's going to depend on how much resistance you've got in that wire, and the larger gauge, the lower the resistance. Another factor could be with interference, could be, is it twisted like they recommend or not? There's just a lot of factors that go into what happens with bus wires. But I think most of mine are due to just hiccups because of short circuits and whatnot. And also, I'll tell you, like I said, the TCS guy loses his brain for sometimes no reason at all, versus the hard-coded or the radio one of an actual Digitrax controller. This one rarely loses its brain and has a runaway. And runaway, I don't mean full blast. I don't mean full speed, 99, 128 speed steps. I mean that I mean it really depends. So it's solid wire, not fused wire. I don't know what the term fused wire means. Strand, we call multiple strands stranded wire here. I don't have that. My my bus wires are all 12 gauge stranded because it's easier to bend and deal with. But yeah, it's really the most favorite engineer response is, well, it depends. And people hate hearing that, don't they? So yeah, there's a bunch of things that you ought to do. Certainly ought to do. And I am going to uh, change some other things here that I ought to do. And this train won't be going up to the second and third levels right now. Let's see if we. I did not see any unexpected startups and slowdowns, and she comes right past me behind the camera right here. But yeah, so twisting the bus wires is always a good thing. I mean, if you've looked inside of, let's see if I have any handy. Probably do in my closet here. Let's see if I have some just laying around, and I do right here. So, for those of you feel familiar or not familiar with networking wire, so this is Cat5e. Look at the twists on that. So why is that? And each pair is twisted, and each pair has different twistings. So they're not all the same. Why is that? So that's to prevent crosstalk. So as electrons move up and down these wires, what do they create? They create electromagnetic. There's magnetism that happens. And so if you have like all the wires together, then like you want to do, so these wires would all be in a networking cable. I got a really short one right here. This is a patch cable, but that's what is in the inside of this. Okay, that's your regular RJ45. No, no, no. I am not using these for feeders. I'm not using these for feeders. The feeders are dropped down, so they're either one of two things. They're either Kato feeders. And the other thing it could be right now is those things up on the second and third levels, since they're all temporarily connected, might be a little bit longer than they ought to be. But then, yep, I'm seeing she's coming around here just fine. There's some work that I need to do there to get things working better. But anyways, yeah, there's probably a number of things that I could do. Want to use black, brown wire, neutral wire, so to have so. Yeah, it's a good idea that actually, if you go and look at the recommendations on DCC, they do recommend, like JP said, a couple of twists per foot. I do have that on most of my stuff, but there are some longer feeder wires that run in the helix that I probably need to revisit. But one of the problems there is, hey, how do you do that? And then also have um, going back to a signaling or detection thing. So that complicates stuff. Anyways, we went down a little rabbit hole there, didn't we? Uh, so anyways, that's what's controlling. And I think maximum voltage that would be going through here is 12 to 24 volts across these wires here. But these are the same gauge as N scale feeder wires. You go to from like 20 to 24 gauge is okay. So anyways, yeah, little sidetrack there. Um, what else we got? Signals create new chaos. Yes. Not just signaling, but detection, like I have, which is working fine in the staging yard. But I did do so. Oh, that reminds me of something I did pick up. And where did I put it? Oh, it's back in the box. Where's the box? The box is above me. Yeah. And Rapido came out with these, but I don't know how often I'm going to be able to run it. So it ran just fine behind. I had it running behind this 1996, and so there it is. It's called a 3/4 dome. Three-quarter dome. So, yeah, um, it's nice. It lights up really nice, but because it is body mounted, this introduces new complications for you when you have Kato passenger trains. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of detail in there. Um, all the seats are in there. There's a lower observation area right in front here, right up here. Yeah, the lights are spectacular. The details are great. I did have one problem with the coupler was riding a bit low, and when it went around what should be very tight curves, it's almost the maximum radius you can have, a 19-inch radius in N scale. Because the other car was not body mounted, it shifted this coupler over hard to one side as it went through the curves. So, yeah, I'd say you have to run like to like. So, trying to mix those concepts together doesn't work out too well. It's a nice car, though. It was pricey. It was really pricey. Um, I mean, why did lit cars cost about almost as much as a locomotive? I don't know what's happening these days. Maybe the T word has bumped up the prices. Must be something like that. Okay, so what do we got going on for the next times coming up? Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll play a game. Maybe we will um, have a tour of where I'm at with the layout right now. Uh, yeah, that is indeed. So when there's not a lot of choice, you pay what you're going to pay, and it is a very nicely detailed car. And I'm going to stop this SP right in front of me. Yeah, if you have 11-inch radius, you will not want to be running a long passenger car on your layout. It will cause you grief. In fact, who just said it, talked about it, I think it's my railroad. Um, IMRRO also said about the MTL log cars that I think have body mounted couplers, or they're truck mounted, but the trucks are binding. So, yeah, I should run mine around. In fact, one of the things I'm starting to do is as I get new cars or locomotives, the first thing that I need to do, and this is probably a good recommendation for other people, run it around your layout multiple times. Both so this one passed running alone and behind another acquisition that I got recently. Okay, don't drool too much, Dats and JP. There you go. Bay window caboose. Um, Post acquisition, Union Pacific with SP numbering on it. But so the three of these running together this year, this UP 1996 Heritage Colors with that passenger three-quarter observation behind it, followed by the bay window caboose. Ran just fine after I tweaked up the hose on the coupler a little bit, and then it ran just fine. Yeah, but so there we go. Wow, lots of things to do, lots of maintenance to take care of on your layout. You got track cleaning, you got car maintenance. You got to actually figure out, hey, does this equipment run good on my layout? And I have to say that the three trains that I have on the layout right now, the Santa Fe that I need to run B-roll on to get that sent off to Sensetta, I guess somewhere south of my fictional railroad. Um, it's waiting to go. Uh, and I need to put a video together and send it out to Andy so he can receive. I don't even know that he has any of these cars, but we'll see what he can do with it. Oh, that it also got a nice 60. Okay, 60. Did I say it right? Okay. I should. I had somehow taken 3 years of Spanish in high school, and most of it's just gone. "Whoop." Numbers in Spanish were never my favorite. I don't think anybody who knows Latin numbers, or worse, French numbers in French. Numbers in French are a painful, like a 60, they might say 320s or something like that. I don't know. Look it up. They have the words are yes, no abala, no habla. You have an extra A in there. I know that. And it should be no hablo inglés. So you're missing your spelling, messing up your spelling there, hot dog pilot Andy. Okay. So other Andy says he does speak Spanish and French. Okay. Well, I think we'll tie this one off. It's just past the start of the hour, which is usually when I end these things. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Let me put up a little reminder here. Hey, if you've been here this long and all these other shows, and you're still watching, like and subscribe. It helps us out. It helps me know that people are actually watching. Um, and we do get a lot of great questions. Um, like there was a question just recently about minimum radiuses for power equipment on Kato Unitrack. And I'll tell you what, two axle diesels run just fine on almost any regular Kato Unitrack. And especially if they're made by Kato, they'll run just fine. Now, my Atlas ones, some of the other ones are really detailed. You better have your track work really well because any minor variation in height, sometimes like those little snowplows and things, can actually trip you up. So let's get ready to close this out. Let's go over. Rocky's there saying, "Where's the train?" Well, the train stopped running. And let's come back. We'll send a chopper out for you. Get to the chopper, Rocky. There you go. Got them both together. And there you go. Yeah, 7.5 inch radius. I think you better stick to four axles and even shorter switchers. But there you go. So three axles and steam will not larger steam locomotives will not be your friends at those short distances. Although I have to say, Kato does an amazing job of even with the articulated ones of keeping them down to a minimum radius of like 12, I think. I don't think they do 9 3/4. But anyways, we can continue chatting about that for a long time, but I'll sign off here and say I'll be back. We'll catch you all next week, Saturday, December, or not December, January 10th, for another edition, the 70th episode of Rocky Off the Rails. I'm Great Northern JJ. See y'all soon.